ball first to the double team inside. Big fella, the sophomore, he was 0 points in the opening meeting down in Austin in 19 minutes. And tonight taking advantage of Dennis's terrific passing.
It's been interesting, right? Because Nisi's been kind of a non-factor in this game, and Ojamura has made a bigger impact up front.
I think he's made the impact, John, on the defensive end, and 4 for 4 on offense, and it really just basically he's being served some easy opportunities. And now the freshman Miro Little's going to get a piece of Max A. Smith, and they're going to go back to the zone. I don't care where you are in the zone, you better know where number 3 is.
Dessou back in the game for the Longhorns. Toss into Dessou. Into the paint, flips it up, short. Dennis the rebound. Baylor down 7. Little will try. And Bridges, good rebound.
I would post A-Smith right here.
Dennis, he's blocked by Dessou. Loose ball, kick out. Bridges a 3. And Ojamura, ball ends up with Dennis. And Ray J. Dennis draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Foul on Tyrese Hunter as Rodney Terry looking on. His team trying to collect what would be a huge road win. Wins on the road have been so difficult to come by in this conference.
Checking out a little blood right here from Ray J. You see the drive, contact. And I think Tyrese Hunter, John, got him inadvertently with an elbow.
So the delay as they clean that up. Dennis, who is the Big 12 assist leader. See the last 7 and 8 assists a game, but the guy does such a good job getting his teammates involved.
Well, this guy's had a great season. Mac, Mid-American Conference Player of the Year at Toledo last year, and Scott Drew does a great job of integrating transfers.
Yos gets the first, Baylor within 6. This is the second. Dessou pulls down the rebound. Texas with the ball. The lead is a half dozen.
1-1-3 zone. Where's A-Smith? That's the question for Baylor.
A-Smith with a game-high 28. Dessou is pass intended for Weaver. Gets knocked away. Dessou went down hard. And eventually Weaver has it. And Dessou is down, and he is in a lot of pain. Dylan Dessou. Rodney Terry comforting him right now.
Oh, this is a good sign, John. Well, they're going to help him off. It might not be a good sign. When he was at Vanderbilt, he suffered a knee injury. And, of course, last year, foot surgery.
So for Dessou, it was a game-time decision with the stomach issue, helped off the court with a left leg injury. Just a little bit of contact and a little bit of twist left side of your screen.
He's been playing so well. Honestly, to me, he's a first-team all-league player, averaging about 19 in conference play. So let's see how Texas responds. Shedrick's been solid today in the post.
Big Shedrick back in there. A 6-point Texas advantage. Mitchell at the basket, tried to reverse it, wouldn't go. Dennis, there's that floater off the window. He hit a handful of those on Saturday against Kansas. It's a shot that he likes to use for his bag of tricks. Hunter just beyond the free throw line. Baylor on a 7-0 run. Dennis lost the handle out of bounds. It'll stay Baylor basketball.
We saw Ray J, as you mentioned, do this a lot Saturday. Yesterday at practice, he was working on that runner. And if you've got a chance to post up Max Abmas, if you're Ray J Dennis, I think you've got to take advantage of that.
Little lost it off his foot, and Abmas takes it away.
Baylor stays in the zone, but you got to shade to Abmas.
Hey, Shedrick blocked it. Bridges came swooping in. Bridges with 23 and a huge block right there. Ray Cunningham bumps Bridges. Brock Cunningham picks up his first, and Jalen Bridges slow to get up.
Now let's go back and watch the other end, because first there was a great defensive play. The block inside. Watch Hunter come into your screen. Bridges gets Shedrick from behind. And then watch this. If I'm Jalen Bridges, I shoot it. When you get the defender leaning up that way and you pump fake, go through him and shoot the ball. Now, that's only Texas's 16th foul. Did they get him in the act of shooting? I don't think so. Jay Wright used to teach this. When you shot fake and get a defender in the air, you go right into him.
So Baylor with the ball. Jacoby Walker puts it on the floor at the basket, but he's fouled hard. He'll go to the line. Jacoby Walker, the freshman.
Yeah, I love this here. Here's what I'm going to tell you, John. This game tonight, the officials have done a good job of letting these guys play physically, but they're right at the edge, and I think you have to attack the basket and draw some contact.
Texas has led this game by as many as 14. And Walter knocks down the free throw to make it a 3-point game.
Jaden Nunn back. The freshman Little did a really good job for a few minutes.
Eve Nisi. He gets them both, and Baylor is within 2. Baylor on a 9-0 run. Hunter wide open. Cunningham tried to save it, and he stepped on the baseline. He gets a hug.
Boy, Tyrese Hunter did not want to shoot that open three. He started the game, he lit it up from deep, And the way they're shading to Ace, Hunter's going to have to stay aggressive offensively.
Closest this game has been since Texas took a 3-0 lead. Bridges with Shedrick popping out on him. Bridges puts it on the floor, and that rolls off. And they get the foul on Caden Shedrick. 68-66. Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. It's a must-have for Big 12 fans. Tuesday at 8, it's Texas Tech and Oklahoma State, Cincinnati, and Oklahoma. If you're a Big 12 fan, you got to have it. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com/Big 12 now. Free throw there, and so the lead stays at 2. Texas with the ball. Ace miss.
Dennis is not leaving Ace. Now it's just one-on-one.
Ace miss. And it was partially deflected. Bridges comes up with it. And now Dennis. They can tie it with a 2, and they get a foul, and that's on Ace. It's our under 8 timeout. A good one here in Waco, Texas, clinging to a 2-point lead.
Here's the thing. No one can reach the pinnacle of success on their own. You got to find a difference maker. And I've got mine. With every team I've coached, I bring Bob in. He'll talk to the staff, he'll talk to the players, build up their mental game. Then I can focus on building a winning team. I know I can't do it on my own, so I surround myself with expertise where it matters most.
What is an athlete? It's an attitude. A healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can. Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete, forever.
It's just your mother and I want different things.
Which is why we got Sling TV.
So we can watch live and free TV all in one app?
That's right.
Sling is really keeping this family together.
You have no idea.
You have no idea.
Every single game in the Big 12 feels like a Sweet 16 game. Here's the one. Taking it, Thomas.
Tennessee, open look.
A step back. Wide open. Johnson. Got it.
It's the best conference in basketball. There's nothing like this. It's the best league in the world.
I think it's the best players, the best coaches.
This conference has separated itself for the last decade as the best conference in the country.
Spectrum Business is made to work for small business all day, every day. Meanwhile, T-Mobile and Verizon Business Internet use cell phone towers, which were made for cell phones, not business internet. That means it might not be able to handle the demands of your small business. Spectrum Business Internet is made to deliver consistent speeds around the clock. Their internet speed can lag during peak hours. Don't risk your business with cell phone internet. Rely on real business internet from Spectrum Business. 600 megabits per second for only $49.99 a month. Spectrum Business, made to work.
You could go from point A to B, or you could go to point X. The BMW X-Range, your next X-Venture, starts here. It's 2023 BMW X1 for $539 a month.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
Get your head out of the cloud and talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org.
Feel the winds of change.
Welcome back to Waco, where they celebrated senior night. Ray J. Dennis, Jalen Bridges, and probably the most inspirational player to ever come through this program, Jonathan Tchamwa Tchatchoua, one-time the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, suffered a devastating knee injury back in February of 2022. was so bad the doctors didn't know if he would be able to walk again, let alone play basketball, and he did 357 days after the injury. The scene was incredible here when he walked out. This place erupted. What a story that he's been for this Baylor Bear program.
Yeah, he is loved. He is one of the most popular guys on the campus and a leader on their team.
Yes, he is. He's working on his master's in environmental health.
Ray J. Dennis knocks it down, gets Baylor within one.
Ray J has put points on the board before, John. This guy once scored 19 points in the final 3.5 minutes at Boise State as a freshman.
19 in a row, right?
19 in a row.
Baylor on a 14-2 run, and they have tied it at 68. Listen to this play. Smith with 28, off balance, off the mark. And a foul as Horton went flying in, trying to rebound, and they get the foul on Jalen Bridges.
Yeah, nice job by IT. Came in from the weak side.
I am going for Baylor to win it.
Everybody watch the ball.
Got an update on Dylan Dessou. Chris Bud, what do you have?
I am going for Baylor to win it.
The athletic training staff said he's dealing with a left knee sprain, but still being evaluated. He will not play the remainder of this game.
So the Longhorns will go to final 7:36 without their top scorer, Dylan Dessou. Baylor has not led in this game. Down a point here, Dennis. Bridges.
Chad, do not say my name.
Brock Cunningham, it'll be a 1-and-1 spot for Jalen Bridges, who's a brilliant free throw shooter.
When I love the strategy, John, I said this earlier. I felt the referees were letting a lot of contact go both ways. And so I think that Baylor has put the onus on these three officials to drive in and create contact, and so far it's worked.
And last foul on Brock Cunningham, that is number 4.
I think Baylor is going to come back and win.
Cunningham will grab a seat with those 4 fouls. Bridges with 23 points. Ironically, it hasn't been a great night for him from the free throw line. Now 24 points. We're tied up at 69 apiece. And it's been quite a drought for the Longhorns. They've gone over 6 minutes without a field goal. And Mitchell will go to the line. And point blank shot wouldn't fall, but
and that's important because what's happened is a lot of activity towards Smith. So Mitchell rolled right into the high post, and he'll be open all night.
Also, St. John's play Georgetown tomorrow.
Short for that free throw. That's an NBA for you on a Wednesday. We started off at 7:30 Eastern, the Clippers and the Rockets, and then at 10 Eastern, the Bucks and the Warriors. Coverage starts NBA countdown at 7 on ESPN as Mitchell gets 1 out of 2. And Texas with a 1-point advantage.
Interesting to see if they go at Asmus with Nunn, who was so good in the second half Saturday.
Nunn hesitating, working on Asmus. Nunn inside. And he draws the foul.
That's it. You got Asmus, you have to attack him for 2 reasons. 1, he's not a great defender. 2, you tire him out on the offensive end. Very good strategy there. And what I like about Baylor is they got 5 guys who can get you points in the lane. Good strategy.
Wait, actually, St. John's played DePaul, sorry.
Jake Nunn, who goes 6'4", 190, going up against Max Asmus, who's 6 feet tall, 175 pounds. Nunn's been quiet in this one, coming off 18 on Saturday in a win at home over Kansas. Nunn. Baylor leads for the first time tonight.
Staying in the zone, but shading towards A. Smith.
Final score St. John's 97, DePaul 75.
Turnover, Baylor basketball. Texas has done a good job taking care of the ball in this game. They've turned it over just 5 times.
Yeah, exactly. There's been no pressure on that by that Baylor defense. Now, here's the new rule, John. Even though it's a new possession for Baylor because it's in their front court, it's only
If I talk, then the stream ends.
Look at this run, 17-4. Jacoby Walter knocks down a triple. Baylor leads at 74-70. Cunningham can't quiet the crowd. Dennis lob. In and out, Nisi. It wouldn't go down. Cunningham on the baseline, air ball.
Smith's now guarding Jacoby Walter. I'd post him.
Also, I will be at school tomorrow to do Edgenuity.
They're going to review this to see if this was a flagrant one.
Also, I will be at school tomorrow to do Edgenuity.
Jacoby Walter down his fifth. He's done. But they're going to look at it.
Yeah, I thought it was a common foul. He just tried to run through the screen, but Terry Oglesby will look at it. Now remember, John, no Dessou, and now no Brock Cunningham.
So a couple of their veteran leaders done for the night.
We're reviewing the play for a potential upgrade to a flagrant one.
Yeah, from that angle, it looks like a common foul, but that's not a good angle to see it from our vantage point.
If Kissinger on the left, Terry Oglesby on the right.
Now remember, the other reason they're looking at this, let's be honest, Brock Cunningham is a tough, hard-nosed guy who has had some history with flagrant fouls. Let's watch. Normally, that's a common foul. Because it's Brock Cunningham, that could be upgraded. And that's the truth.
Guys, like I said last time, I'm not allowed to talk.
Was ejected from the game. Let's see, is this excessive? That's the question that the officials want to determine.
After review, we are upgrading the foul to a flagrant one personal foul on Brock Cunningham. Number 4 is our shooter.
What do you call that? Recent history.
So upgraded to a flagrant one.
Quedarse en la escuela.
I would say if it was any other player on the court tonight, it would have been a
Stay in school,
foul.
kids.
But because it's Brock Cunningham, he's the bad guy in here. I think it's good officiating.
Jacoby Walter. I will say, in both the NBA and the world of college basketball,
You guys are wasting my time.
Of having the officials be more active with the crowd and the announcers to let the viewing audience in person and at home know what exactly is happening.
Totally
It's something that, in my estimation, the world of baseball still could stand to do a better job with.
I love the transparency, and by and large, these officials have done a very good job tonight in a tough situation. They've let enough contact go, but not over the line.
Get Kissinger, Tony Chiazza, and Terry Oglesby. Our three-man crew here. Dennis inbound, Walter. Easy to hand off to Dennis. Mitchell, the bigger player, out on him. And now Shedrick on Dennis. Trying to use the quickness advantage. Ball fake, steps back. Drives it home. Man, does he create it.
He's the best post-up guard in the Big 12.
You likened him to some of those Villanova guards with the physicality.
Yeah, Scotty Reynolds and Justin Moore and Jalen Brunson. They're in that zone, but shading towards A. Smith, so who's going to shoot it? Somebody else.
Hunter had a great look at it. And all of a sudden, Baylor leading by 8. A game Texas led by as many as 14.
Nunn's trying to take A. Smith if he can get it.
Bridges going to work. Sneaks back. And a foul underneath. They get Nisi with the push.
Well, Jay Wright would love this post up right here. Watch Ray J. Little head fake, little wall away. We talked about the floater game, and he's got that post up game for a guard. Very much like Jalen Brunson right there.
74 and a half to go here. And Waco, Texas, number 11, Baylor. Now big in this one. Max Smith fouled, and he'll get 3 free throws. And you know Ray J. Dennis let that back.
Yes, he would. And A. Smith did a nice job of kind of almost creating a contact with his lower body. But Dennis needs to stay away from him. A. Smith hasn't got a shot. Watch the right leg now. It's a foul, and it's not a smart play by Ray J. Dennis.
Smith's 91% free throw shooter. This season, 89% in his career. He's got 30 in this one. Okay, 31.
Big C on Yema. Backup center, played for Rodney Terry at UTEP. He's getting a little bit of action here as Shedrick reps down the stretch.
Sue was out early in the year. Onyema started 3 times. So he checks into the game. Nunn spinning, lost the handle briefly. Kick back out at Dennis. The lead is 5. Lead inside, Nisi over Mitchell, and it'll go. Nisi with the deuce.
If you're Baylor, you got to guard the deep 3 by A. Smith.
A. Smith off balance, off the glass and in. Holy cow. He's doing it from everywhere, and it ends a drought. Texas was 0 for their last 11 from the floor. What a night for Max A. Smith, 33 points. Baylor by 5. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
This is just getting annoying.
Ready?
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because you know that just because it fits in the cup holder doesn't make it to go. And you know how to brake without breaking everything. And you're definitely not doing, okay, I don't even know what this is, but you're definitely not doing that. With Allstate, you're connected to a rate based on you.
Introducing the Core Collection from Diori, featuring the ultra soft, lightweight core short and jogger, both with a breathable boxer brief liner that ensures all-day comfort. constructed with performance stretch fabric for ultimate freedom of movement and moisture-wicking technology that keeps you fresh during the toughest workouts. Basically, it's magic. Go commando in confidence with the core collection from Diori.
It is official. First things first is ahead.
The reviews are in.
First things first is a mix of analysis, tremendous chemistry, and total ridiculousness.
Nick, Brew, and Wild are the MVPs of sports talk.
Sorry, my phone just died.
You're Kelsey, and you're Andy Reid. I don't want to be Mahomes, or at least Kelsey. Yeah, I think I'm more Mahomes.
First things first, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1. We are back. The Next Level Chef battle has begun.
You'll have to earn your place on one of our teams.
And you can watch anytime. For 4 sizzling new episodes every Thursday.
You don't get a second chance.
We need the best. Who will make the cut?
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Sticky rice in 20 minutes?
It's fun. On the most competitive season yet.
3, 2, 1.
Tonight was just not your night.
All new Next Level Chef. Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
With Rao's made-for-home brick oven crust pizza, delicious is finally in the frozen pizza aisle. We start with Rao's iconic sauce, then pile on all the best toppings. So your backup plan becomes a night you plan for. And pizza we crust.
Dale and Mike have been friends forever. Dale sports this kind of shirt. And Mike recently switched to Fresh Clean Threads. Cheer with ultimate confidence. Fresh Clean Threads.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
All right, thanks. We got a one-possession game back here in Ann Arbor. Here's a game summary for you. Star players, at least recently for sure, have been Addie Ellis for Purdue and Cam Williams for Michigan.
Well, you guys are right. It is going to rain tomorrow, and the ground is going to be all nasty and gross.
ACL in the last game they played. That's a sixth-year senior who averages 11 points a game. They've needed to make some shots. They've made some shots.
You guys are right. It is going to rain tomorrow, and the ground is going to be all nasty and gross.
It was a foul on Addie Ellis, but there was nothing extra. They were looking to make sure there was no elbow to the face, and they didn't see one.
Yeah, they're looking to see if there was some sort of contact to the face, and clearly wasn't, so just Michigan ball.
Both teams have been putting on a version of a press today.
Yeah, both teams have. There's been a defensive struggle. Neither team have shot the ball great, but trying to find ways to find offense in the open floor, playing off of your defense to get out and run.
I might end the stream soon, but still I am not saying a word or a peep.
The classic offensive performance we've been seeing from Jordan Hobbs.
But that's good offense right there. Ball got to the middle of the floor. You're taught when you get in the middle of the zone, you look, face the basket, then look to the opposite side of the floor. That was textbook. Got an open look, just missed it.
Jones will fire from deep. Rebound to Williams.
Quick spin moves. The closer you are, obviously, the better it is.
It's an offensive foul on the freshman Stevenson.
Kenny Gerald doesn't like it. I mean, real time, I thought it looked like Trey Stevenson was set, just got hit pretty good. I don't know about that call. Looks like a pretty good, clean screen to me.
I wonder if that might have been one of those, just the hair went flying, and out of the corner of your eye, it looked like a foul.
Yeah.
She looked pretty stable.
When a player goes flying to the ground, it just looks like there's a lot of contact.
And we've seen that a couple times.
Yes. It's a physical game.
Again, Williams. This time she connects from 5 feet away.
See her score with the right hand or left hand. Philly's doing a nice job, Mike, of not letting Ellis get loose.
Janae Terry rattles it out.
I'd go right back into Williams if I get an opportunity.
Got Stevenson on her. 2 fouls on Stevenson.
How is Purdue that good? Oops, I mean, how is Michigan that good? This will be tough.
Let's go blue chant from Michigan fans. Celia, and a rebound to Terry. She's got 8.
Got Ellis up in the corner. There it is.
Ellis has been hot. Ellis stays hot. 4th 3-pointer, and she's got 20 points.
Well, finally in the open floor, Philia can't guard Ellis. You're cross-matched, and so Ellis sprints the floor, and a great play from Terry, getting a piece of the paint, finding her shooter. And when you got a great defender on you, Mike, sometimes you really have to sprint the floor to make it so they can't guard you. Because when they've gotten into the half court and Philly's been able to guard Ellis, Ellis hasn't been able to shake free. That's a good job by Ellis to run the floor, space the floor, be ready to shoot, and knock it down.
By the way, we've talked about how physical and chippy this is. Right after that 3, Jordan Hobbs bumps into Ellis, bumps into Layden on her way to the bench.
There's just been little altercations like that, little bumps, little shoves.
Not worthy of a foul, but noticeable.
Yes.
Again, the end of a long season, the final game in the Big Ten. Purdue's had plenty of frustrations this year, injuries to multiple valuable players, while Michigan is an NCAA tournament bubble team. You cannot really afford a loss like this, but they can certainly go to Lauren Hansen as often as they want. We've seen her from deep today, now we've seen her drive.
And she should be fresh for the final 5 minutes. Got a long break there.
Ellis again.
What got just on?
Another good look.
Yes.
Now Ellis tips the pass. And then Brett pokes it away. You get a turnover. You get a turnover. You get a turnover.
Everybody just needs to slow down a little bit.
Ellis. They will call it on Brett to her shot. No, they're changing it. Traveling's the call.
I think that's actually the right call. I thought Ellis just was a little out of control. She had no numbers. She drives it 1-on-2. I think that's probably the right call. And now, because of the dead ball, everybody can just slow down. Both teams have had success in the open floor, but there's a fine line between pushing it and playing it too fast.
Celia on the drive. Williams with the rebound and over the back foul. This has had a different pace.
Yeah,
last few minutes is a different feel in the rest of the game.
It's been actually
I am not the one talking, you're the one talking. Little fruit fly.
Both teams have really, especially the second half, looked to push it.
Michigan's won the last 4 games against Purdue. Again, added emotion today, it being senior night for the Wolverines. The officials having some sort of a chat. That's what our delay is here. They were trying to double check who the foul was on. Madison Layden has 4 fouls for Purdue, nobody with 4 for Michigan. Evans out to Hansen. That's a pretty good look. Brett keeps it alive. Fresh 20.
Hanson's got great looks all game, and all of her shots have been right there. It's a good job by Brett with that rebound and just kick it out.
And Williams, man, how effective has she been?
She's been outstanding. But great play from Brett. She got the offensive rebound, kicked it out. They were able to reset. The ball finds Williams. Big play from the senior, Brett.
Williams up to 16 points. Sophie Swanson. 5 to shoot for Mary Ashley Stevenson. Elena Harper. With 4 Wolverines around her, she draws a whistle.
Starts with a great rebound here and kick out. Don't even think about trying to go back up with it. That's not your game. Instead, you're able to reset.
Mr. Faust, if you're watching this, I am watching the Michigan game.
Inside
but it's women's basketball.
To Williams, who has been just tremendously efficient in the post. Just a good offensive sequence for Michigan.
Jordan Hobbs comes in for Michigan. Madison Layden is back in the game with 4 fouls for Purdue. Gets the ball immediately, goes back and forth with Janae Terry and books the shot.
Great pass from Terry. That's just elite offensive feel to give it right back to her teammate.
Hanson trapped. Ophelia driving. What a play from number 5.
And what poise from Hanson. Was trapped, got it out of it, and Ophelia does the rest.
Sophie Swanson, the freshman. Spinning, losing it, keeps it alive. Stevenson on the drive. Terry cleaning up.
Doing what Terry does. See, an assist on the last possession there, a rebound, put back.
And then pokes it away from Hobbs, but it'll stay with Michigan. I just saw Alyssa Brett go over to her teammates with her palms down and make a gesture of everyone calm down. Let's slow things down here.
Mr. Belcher, I am watching the Wolverines game, but if I talk then I am ending the stream. This will be the hardest challenge I ever did, Shish.
You gotta be able to pick and choose your spots when you do have numbers to push it, and when it's not there, slow down and run some offense, especially when you've got Williams inside here cooking.
She sure is. That shot short. Rebound to Terry. Terry's in double figures for rebounding. Ellis again. Man, she's on fire. Ellis has hit 5 from deep.
Once again in the open floor where Ophelia can't guard her. She gets free and buries it.
It's a 1-point ball game here at Chrysler. Feely on the drive.
They call me Devin, the St. John's fan.
Timeout Wolverines, as they are in a 1-possession game and they are getting everything from Purdue.
Well, Layla Ophelia having to do a little bit of everything. She's having to guard Abby Ellis on the other end and then drive it and score it on this end. Some heavy, taxing minutes for Ophelia, coming up big in the crunch time for her team. But the rest of the Michigan team needs to understand in the open floor, if Ophelia can't get Ellis in the open floor, you cannot step off her. You got to be aware of who you're guarding in the open floor and not let her get free.
All right, it's time now for the Old Trapper Smoking Player of the Game, sponsored by Old Trapper What's Your Beef? And there's a couple players you could choose for this, but we're going with Cam Williams.
Yeah, she's been incredible. Keep in mind, was in foul trouble for a large stretch of this game and still got to 16 points and 8 of 11 from the floor. When she has gotten deep post position, it has been 2 points almost every time. She has been really good for the Wolverines.
She's been the star for Michigan. The star for Purdue has been Abby Ellis, who has a season-high 5 made three-pointers.
Ophelia just shadowing her everywhere right now.
Ellis to Layden for 3.
Hard to ask for a better look than that. We put 2 on the ball with Ellis. Ellis sprays it out of there. Open look, just doesn't go down.
The intensity in this arena, the fans know it, and Michigan players know how important this game is. For them to
Mr. Faust, whatever you do not watch TV before 6 a.m.
Ellis, baseline, double team. Jones from deep. Back it out, and Layden has it. Jones again. Second time's the charm for number 2. Timeout, Katie Gerald.
How about Rashunda Jones for the Boilermakers? Coming up big. She missed one, but stayed confident to let the next open one fly. She's got 16 points for Purdue. A lot of attention being paid to Abby Ellis. She's making good reads. Darren, another teammate to make shots, is what Purdue is having to step up and do. And big-time shot from Jones.
This is a great performance from a Purdue team that are trying to live in the shadow of this Purdue men's team, and everybody lives in the shadow of Zach Edey. Last night against Michigan State, he went for 32 and 11 as they're the champions of the Big Ten yet again on the men's side.
Yeah, not surprising when you return the reigning National Player of the Year, but nevertheless, it's not easy to repeat as champs, where every game is a huge game when you come to town, and Purdue answered the bell and then some. So congratulations to Matt Painter and his staff. You never want to take for granted when you're hanging a championship banner.
The women's program trying to get to where they are. Right now, they're not at the top of the Big Ten standings, but at the top of the standings are Ohio State and Iowa. It was a marvelous game earlier today between 2 top 6 teams. Caitlin Clark and company get the win at home. Unfortunately, there was a big injury to Molly Davis in that game, which could have huge ramifications for the Hawkeyes on this final day of the regular season.
There's a lot of eyeballs on this game, as we've talked about the seeding ramifications and the matchup ramifications for the Big Ten tournament, depending on how this final 55 seconds unfolds.
Purdue's timeout was immediately followed by a Wolverine timeout. They're up by 2. They're sitting with 17 wins on the season. This win would give them 18. They've won 20 games every single year. Kim Barnes-Rico has been the head coach, with the exception of the one COVID-shortened
Also,
season.
Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2 is rumored to be a Greek mythology theme in the first teaser
They
dropped.
have no bad losses, and we heard from the head coach, they know the significance of this game. By the way, spring football is about to hit a whole new level as the USFL and XFL come together to unleash the United Football League. Opening weekend kicks off March 30th on Fox with the USFL champion Birmingham Stallions taking on the XFL champion Arlington Renegades. The UFL this spring on ABC, ESPN, FS1, and Fox. 55 seconds left here in Ann Arbor.
You've got to be ready to fight the post up when the ball goes into Williams, and likely come with a quick double team to collapse that defenses. Ball goes inside to Williams. And got to dig it out of the post if you're Purdue.
Williams had 4 points in the first half. She has 14 points in the second half. She gets the ball, and it's stolen away by Janae Terry. Just what Janae Terry does at just the time they need it. 4-second difference between shot and game. Timeout, Katie Gerald. She wants to talk things over. Remember, this is a young team. There are some veteran players on Purdue, but there are more freshmen that have scored for Purdue than anybody else, and they're trying to get an upset for a Michigan Wolverine team that, as we mentioned, has a resume that looks like this. As good a win as you can find in that victory against Ohio State. No bad losses, but their net strength of schedule only okay right now.
So, obviously, we've talked about the whole game, a really important thing to keep that resume clean for Michigan. So a lot on the line here in the final possession. And Abby Ellis has been the hottest Boilermaker. But right now with Filia on her and any ball screen, 2 have been sent to her. But when she gets it out of that double team, there have been open jump shots for Purdue. So do you go to Ellis and fight that double team and play out of it? Or do you go to Terry and let her create?
Terry will inbound. Stevenson gets it. Jones just hit the big 3 a moment ago. Driving, shooting, scoring, traveling. The basket won't count.
Boy, taking another look at it is just driving it into a lot of bodies. Just looked like that pivot foot might have slid on the initial jump stop, but that is really close. I think it's the right call because of the way the foot just was sliding a little bit.
It's an interesting choice to have Rashunda Jones, the freshman, drive on that one. She's had a great game. I mean, she's got 16 points. She's been perfect from the free throw line, 6 of 6 from the stripe. So maybe thinking if you get a whistle, you'll be able to get your points that way.
But you put your shooter in the corner of where she was driving it. Abby Ellis was in that far corner. And Jones has stepped up and hit some big shots. This was the
I need to hit 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
But it's certainly a big spot to give the ball to your freshman. Just goes to show you how hard it is to score on Filia. Where Filia has made it so in the half court, Abby Ellis hasn't been able to get anything. But certainly a long ways home here with 17 seconds left. You have to inbound the ball against pressure. And if I'm Purdue, I'm putting Michigan in a few traps, making them handle the ball a little bit, play with about 5 seconds or so, make them handle the ball, see if we can get a turnover.
As well. Been able to force Michigan turnovers. They've forced 14 on the day. 11 of those came in the first half. So Michigan has really cleaned things up here in the second half. Boilermakers only led for 19 seconds today when the score was 16-15. They had a chance to take a lead that last possession. Instead, Michigan gets the ball and will inbound in their end of the court. Ball got tipped on the inbounds, but Filia has it till she gets fouled by Terry.
That was
team not in the bonus yet.
You had an aggressive foul to give there. Job by Terry.
No more timeouts for Michigan. One more for Purdue.
Good catch.
And that's a foul on Jones as Filia got the inbounds. That is the 5th.
That's called who's the go-to clutch player and who's the athlete that's going to go get the ball. And Filia went and high-pointed that ball and ripped it down.
Layla Filia is a 79% free throw shooter. This will be her 3rd attempt of the day. This next one makes it a 2-possession ball game. Don't expect anything different from the junior from Cincinnati, Layla Filia. A second-team All-Big Ten performer last year, the leading scorer on this Michigan team, the star of this Michigan team. Like you said, there's a reason they inbounded the ball to her on that last possession.
Twice. Just the same look to get her with almost posting up, for lack of a better term, getting a defender on her back, threw it up to her, she catches one. And
guys, this will be a crazy game, and now I think of IT. March Madness is going to start on March 17th, while the championship starts on April 3rd.
Stepping to the free throw line and knocking down 2 big free throws.
Again, according to Big Ten Network's Autumn Johnson, there will be 7 teams in the NCAA tournament if it were to end right now. That includes Maryland and this Wolverine team just barely hanging on.
And this doesn't have to be a 3. You can go get a quick 2.
14 seconds left. Terry gets it over to the hot hand Ellis. Ellis does take a 3. Air ball. Stolen away by Terry. 6 seconds left in the game. Jones for 3. Rebound. Terry loses it, and there's a whistle with 1.7 on the clock. Foul on Michigan.
Boy, crazy sequence. Good defense from Filia fighting over the screen. Good set from Katie Gerald to try to get Ellis loose. Well, just running out of time if you're Purdue.
1.7 seconds. That's not going to be enough. Throw it in. Doesn't get caught. And the Michigan Wolverines wipe the sweat from their brow and pick up what was a must-win game for an NCAA tournament bubble team. 64-60 your final score. The 9th conference win for them, making it 9 straight seasons with 9 or more Big Ten wins. We'll wrap things up from Ann Arbor right after this.
A thrilling year of Big East women's college basketball comes to a close with a regular season finale today on the main line. DePaul taking on Villanova. A lot at stake as we get a good look inside Finneran Pavilion and what's ahead. The Big East journey. Here are the standings. We know UConn all the way at the top. We know DePaul is set at the 10th seed, but for Villanova, still some work to be done. They'll be taking today's game with the utmost seriousness as they try and secure a 4 seed headed into the tourney. With that, we bring you courtside here inside Finneran Pavilion, joined by the former Syracuse Hooper, Ice Young, Greg Mesker here with you. Ice, well, Villanova, it's not a throwaway game for them. A lot at stake here against DePaul.
Whether they win or lose today, the Wildcats will play either the 4 or 5 game against Marquette, a team that they beat earlier in the season. But for them, it's getting back in the win column. A 2-game losing streak, and they face tough opponents. Number 21 Creighton on the road and the UConn Huskies on the road. They're just looking to bounce back, get a win, especially at home on Senior Day.
Yeah, super challenging stretch. They'll try and ride the energy of Senior Day. With that in mind, we look at our starting lineups. They are sponsored by Jeep. There's only one.
Man, I betted $5 on that game, and now DePaul is playing Villanova. Also, why is St. John's playing Georgetown on March 9th?
Trio that makes up this senior group. Lucy Olson, Tanai Jones as well, as we are ready for the tip here at Villanova. So Burke will go, the senior from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Started earlier in the year, back in the lineup today. And she'll get it over to Bella Runyon. As we get underway, Villanova will control. Villanova team 17-11 on the year, 10-7 in Big East play. A scramble here early on this first possession. Villanova and DePaul. That's everyone joining us here as the Blue Demons looking to answer first, and they do. That's a triple from downtown, courtesy of Caitlin Gilbert, and that's some welcome offense early from the visitors.
Yeah, we know that the Blue Demons want to knock down the 3 from the outside. Caitlin Gilbert, capable as anyone on this team. It's a good sign for them early when they can knock down shots on the road.
Here's Olsen, something that can knock down her fair share of shots as well. Looking under the basket. And with that turnover, let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game. They're sponsored by Android Ice. What are some of the focal points?
For the visiting Blue Team, it's just good shot selection offensively. Villanova does a terrific job defensively of forcing tough shots. And then discipline on defense. We know that the Wildcats like to cut. They want to go back door. And for Nova at home to attack, pressure to score. DePaul likes to run just a full court man-to-man pressure, so you got to attack to score. And they must be excellent in transition defense. The Blue Demons really like to run and score in transition.
And we'll see a quick substitution there as expected. Kylie Swider, the senior, is just the 5th game she played in on the year, and typical starter Christina Dowsey comes on now as Olsen tries to go to the bucket. Nothing there. And DePaul on the move. The Demons are 12-18 on the year, 4-13 in Big East play. Backdoor look for Peoples, ripped there by Runyon. She'll get a chance. Left alone from 3. The battle down low. Good fight for it, and it will go against Villanova. Caitlin Gilbert able to gather there. DePaul on the road here, led by the legendary head man Doug Bruno, 38 years at DePaul. nominee for the Hall of Fame, just adding to what has been a history-making career. The jumper there just off the side of the hoop on the drive from Clark. Pass ripped. Clark comes up with it, so a sloppy start here.
A really good defense, though, by Anaya Peoples getting in the passing lane.
God. Dang it. I just talked. You got me. Peace out. I'm in the stream.